A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pankaj from PayQwik, and let's start the session with a brief introduction from Mr. Manmohan.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I know it's sleeping time session, not here right now. Probably everybody should awake now. And hope everybody participate in this session with us. Yeah, I'm Manmohan from Fortumo. Fortumo is a leading mobile payments company. We are there in 88 countries, doing business with more than 50,000 developers across the globe, connected to more than 350 telcos. So just to put in a nutshell, basically, Fortumo helps a customer to use his mobile or carrier balance to pay for the content. Like you pay through the internet, through the wallet, through the net banking. You can also use your carrier balance to pay for it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Subho from Appknox. So it's a mobile security company, and we are the one who hacked Ola Wallet. And I'm here to talk more about the security related to payments and micropayments. Yeah.
We are from PayQwik. We have a hybrid app which combines mobile wallet with marketplace. Our marketplace is from Telebuy. We sell exclusive product of Telebuy, and apart from that, we also deals in P2P remittance, and then from wallet to bank accounts, and multiple recharge, bill payment, QR payment, travel ticket services through PayQwik. Yeah, all right.
Hello everyone, I am Ebrahim. I head the initiatives for 9Game in India. Just a brief about 9Game. 9Game is a part of the Alibaba Group and one of the largest game publishers in China. The idea to be here is to solve two of the largest problems that are there in India. One is visibility and second is monetization for users.
Hi, my name is Kumar. I'm from IPay. Everyone is busy helping the online users, mobile users. So we focused on helping the other set of people who are not online. Okay, it's like 80% of the population is not online. They can't use internet. So IPay actually want to help them to buy from e-commerce, through various channels. Okay, so we have an affiliated network of the physical stores. We bring the e-commerce to the physical stores, where an offline user goes to these physical stores and get the e-commerce services get delivered, both digital as well as the physical products. We have around 3,500 such physical networks in AP and Telangana. We served close to 2.5 million consumers. Okay, like consumers, corner of a village who wants to buy it. Okay, who never know about anything like Flipkart, Amazon. You want to buy it. Okay, you can walk into our store and buy a product. That's what the mission of an iPay. Thank you.
Yeah. So since we're not getting much time for Q&A, let's make this session more interactive. If you have any question, raise your hand and start asking. Let's start with the micropayment. So anyone here can explain what micropayment is? How do we define micropayment? Yeah, so it's basically online financial transaction involving very small amount of money, and which are being used in publishing, web services, entertainment, and many more. Right. So here we have everyone: publisher, advertiser, entertainment. So let's start with Ebrahim. Ebrahim, how does your platform helps micropayment?
Sure. So before I start, I have a small question. How many present here have an app or a game which is live on a Google Play? Yes? If one of you can tell me what is the biggest pain point that you face? Is it visibility? How many of you agree? And monetization? Okay. So the biggest pain point when we talk to publishers or developers is they say that India is not a market because users do not pay. So we took this problem and we now have 2 native app stores apart from Google Play, which is 9game and 9apps, where we take publishers and developers and we take their games and give them visibility. What we have also done is we have partnered with a billing partner in order to provide in-app purchases, which is through telecom billing. So this is as easy as just sending an SMS from your phone. And you would be surprised to see the kind of revenue that we have seen developers making since our inception. I'll just give you the data for this month, ending yesterday. In the last month itself, we have seen the users increasing by 30%, and the revenues that we have seen that people have been paying in games has gone up by 3x. And we find that 0.9 to 1% of the users who are coming to 9game and downloading games and apps, they are paying users. I mean, you really need to tell me if you've seen another platform which can provide these kind of revenues for developers for their games. So that's what we are doing to
Mr.
improvise.
Manmohan, how does it help in media content?
So just, I will pick up from Ebrahim, what Ebrahim has said. So just to give a background, how does media used to work previously? Like we used to have big TV and we used to see that content out there, and mostly it was free. Then the media had evolved in a setup in which basically there was coming up of cable network and all. And the micropayment, I would say, used to happen through cash basically. Then the next evolution from the media was basically in which the DTH players come into the picture, in which basically you can have pick and choose what you want to pay. And that was used to basically happen through the internet banking. And now with the people becoming busy and the revolutionizing of the media, everything is going into basically on apps or probably on tabs and all. So and with this, the media is also reaching to corner of the places in India where it has not reached. So I can buy a mobile, I can see a live streaming of Star Sports, I can see a cricket match. And just to give you an example, we have tied up with Ghana.com, in which you can download as much as music for one day at as low as ₹5. So you download the content and you can listen to it to as number of times. So that micropayment is coming into the media, which I mean to say. So that is the way.
And everyone is running behind online, but my friend Shiva is an offline payment partner. So can you put more light into it? How are you helping as an offline partner?
Sure. In India, everyone still pays through cash. Of course, in this room, everybody is actually carrying cash. Okay, so still, there's a long way for making the payment through a digital ways. Okay, so and if you see, even much B-town, rurals, okay, a lot of people, okay, for the micro payments, okay, they spend 10 rupees for daily recharge. Okay, so there is still a lot of untapped people. Okay, you cannot use an online payment methods. Okay, either banking or mobile wallets. Okay, they still want to use the cash and pay it and get the service delivered, either a product or a service. Okay, so through iPay affiliated network, these consumers can come to our iPay affiliated network, okay, and pay cash and get the services delivered.
And what have been the challenges to pursue this?
Challenges, like if you see in these micro payments, okay, the services offered in like only most of the things is a digital content, okay, or the games, okay. If any of the big chunk of payment can be broken down into a small micro payments, okay, who can afford it to make it as a daily payment, okay. So then a lot of potential, like if you see systematic investment plan in insurance, okay, EMIs, okay, like if you can convert that kind of a payment into a micro payment, okay, and which increases the affordability of the people who can come to the shops and pay through physical cash. Because they're paying through a physical cash, probably the security, as long as they're carrying the original currency, then there is no, there's no big security threat.
Right, right, right. So, Shubha, we'll come to you on security aspects, because we have seen there'll be 3 challenges, starting from compliance, encryption, security, and a couple of others. So, how security can help to improve micropayments?
Well, first, let me tell you this. Micropayments are payments which are less than $1, like less than 50 rupees. And the problem is, to implement security for something which is less than 50 rupees, there is no compliance which is out there which says that, hey, you need to do these and these guidelines to follow and, fix those. And to follow those compliance checks so that your account or your service security is perfect. There are certain compliances like PCI DSS. You might have heard of fancy names like ISO 2007, but those are not for micropayments. Those are for something huge, like transaction through banks, through debit cards. Now, debit card and bank cannot do a transaction less than $1, or I mean, they can, but that's not what micropayment is for. So when you come to micropayments, it's a haywire in terms of security. So for any provider who is providing micropayments as a solution to their app or to the solution as a solution to a service, you should always have encryption in place, integration of the payment which is happening, the validation, and then there are so many other technical jargons which I can speak about on and on, but those are certain things which needs to be always considered whenever you are doing something in case of payments. There is a famous guideline which is called OASP Top 10, Mobile Top 10 Guideline, which basically states the top 10 vulnerability which you should always have in place. And especially if your app or if your services has micropayments in it, you need to follow those compliances, even though that is not official, but those are compiled by security researchers and security professionals who are out there. We did some research at Appknox, and we came up with this number, which is huge, which is 260 million. 260 million is the amount of data which was being leaked out by banks, by underground forums which are selling credit cards. That's the number for just a normal payment. Now, if you look at the micropayment, the surface is huge. The surface is huge because now it's no more people with more than 10,000 rupees in their bank, but also with people who just have 500 rupees in their bank account. That's where they are going to reach out, right? That's where the services and the companies are going to reach out. Now it's more. It's more data. It's more huge data. So 260 million thousand data, which I'm talking about, it's just America. And yeah, so we need to really follow some strict security standards and protocols before we implement micropayments. And yeah, so that's where security comes in case of any payments.
Yeah, and we also have our third-party providers, which can also help us to improve securities, like career billing. Like in that case, they take care of all risk, they take care of all security and all sort of compliances, right? Do you want to add something into it, Manmohan?
Yeah, basically, if you see with the growing up of the digital data and coming up of micropayment, definitely there is a risk to the customer that his online details should not be leaked or can be leaked. With the coming of the wallets also, you would have seen there's always a kind of probability that these data can be leaked. So it's like in case of Fortumo, we really have very strict guidelines in which we track the IP of the customers. There's a threshold limit of a customer who can do a number of transactions. So, for example, in case of India, if I take a customer cannot do more than transaction rupees 500 in a day. It can be one transaction of 500 rupees or 500 transaction of 5 rupees. So that is one of the guidelines which we follow. Then we are, as he has told you, we follow the HTTPS protocol and blocking of the IP, and we have secured layer, SS7 secured layer which we have encrypted into our system. So some of the guidelines which we follow for the security point of view.
Similar to mobile wallet, like we takes care of all the risk involved. If somebody buys something from merchant, so if there is any chargeback, it goes to wallet or third party provider, right?
Yeah, and also there is a very important thing about security assessment being done. So every financial institution, or if you are integrating financial services in your app, you should go through a security assessment. You might have an internal security team, which is really good if you do have. And you should also have an exterior security team to assess your app, maybe from the user perspective, which the internal team might have not known. So these are the certain standard policy which even PCI DSS tells you to do. But if you do follow those are really good, really good.
Yeah. Ebrahim, having Google Play Store into the market, what do you think? What will be the challenges for 99 games?
So yes, Google Play will be there, and we are not here to challenge Google as a store. But one question I had, whenever you play a game on Google Play and you want to make a payment, okay, many of you here will have the intent to make an in-app purchase, but most of them give it up because you have to enter your credit card information. How many of you give this up because of the credit card reason? Yes, so most of you. So we also have the same findings, and as I said, we are a game publishing platform. So there is a case study I have to share. So we published the same game on Google Play as well as on our store. The Google Play version had Google Wallet as the billing provider, and we had Fortumo. Now, the users that we got from Google were 50% more than come to us directly through 9game. And the people who wanted to make a purchase was 40% higher from Google Play. So this may sound as if Google is at least 50% bigger than us, but now is where the tables turn. So the percentage of people actually completing a transaction from our portal was 18 times higher, which is, and it's not 2 or 3x, it is 18 times higher. And the same developer made 12 times more money from our platform versus Google Play. So even if Google Play has 50% more users, we still make more money for our publishers. So it is that the idea that a publisher needs to have is the dilemma between reach and actual money that he's making. Because that is what makes and breaks game studios in India as well as most of the world.
Thanks, Ebrahim. And we can see that time is running up. So to conclude, what I would say that each entity of that ecosystem is present here, and we can see the opportunity of 950 million handset over 2 crore credit cards only in India. So there is surely an opportunity, and now e-wallets is also widely accepted. So we can see that by partnering with career billings, offline partners and games, play stores, we can come up with a better future for mobile micropayments. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Because there's money involved, I don't want that. Everyone seems to be happy with the insights, sir? Check.
Hi, I have a question for, is it Ebrahim?
Yes.
Yes. When you were comparing about the monetization on and off Google Play, you said it's 18, 19 times higher. Is that for the exact same app? And can you just provide a little bit more details
Yes,
on that?
this is for the exact same game that I'm talking about. But if I talk about the entire platform, and this is just our data, I'm not sure about Google Play, 0.9 to 1% of the users who are coming to us are paying users, which is, I think, at par with, or better than most of the other platforms or stores if I talk about.
All right, thank you. Thanks, team. Thanks for sharing that valuable insights on micropayments. Please give a big round of applause for the panel itself.